Get out your 209 tattoos, folks. Here he is, the one, the only Nate Diaz, making the walk yet again. It's been a long time, but Nate Diaz is back tonight. He has put in all the right work. You know, few guys in this division work harder than Nate Diaz. It's good to see him back in the UFC.
And you notice it, John, right? The cardio. The cardio is one thing that stands out about Nate Diaz. He looks like he's just touching guys with all of his strikes, but the buildup from all the activity that he puts out usually will make his opponents wilt. And once he gets him to the ground, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt that can finish the fight with a number of submissions.
Yeah, he'll hit you with the open hand, too. He'll invoke that Stockton slap. You think we see that tonight?
Stockton slap, but it's just so disrespectful. But I love watching it. It's so Nate Diaz.
Got to get you a Lafayette slap or something. Good to see Nate Diaz back here tonight, one of the biggest fan bases in the world, and they are all watching the pride of Stockton, California here tonight. If any modern-era UFC athlete is worthy of a Hall of Fame distinction, despite having never realized a UFC title, I would submit to you Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. His resume reads like a UFC record book.
And he just keeps on getting better. Every time you think Cowboy is starting to get to the end of the rope, he reinvents himself. He makes some small change to his game that allows him to compete at the highest level. The run that he went on after beating Alexander Hernandez and then coupling that with the massive victory over Ally Aquinta, you thought watching that you were watching the very best Cowboy Cerrone you've ever seen. And this is at the tail end of a career that spanned over a decade.
And his new source of motivation, his son Danger, these are very legitimate championship aspirations for Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone, trying to move one step closer here tonight. Donald Cerrone, set to face Nate Diaz. And now our tale of the tape for this lightweight fight. Here once more is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone!
Herb Dean, our third man in the octagon for this one. With 16 career wins by submission and another 8 by knockout to his credit, here is the all-action Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. Seemingly fights on every UFC show, and yet the elite performances have still been there. 5 UFC fights as a welterweight. We'll see if he can keep it going at 170 pounds here. Tried early in the fight here, and Nate Diaz off to a pretty good start, found a home for that left hand.
I mean, and it's powerful. It does not seem like Nate is throwing it hard, but he always finds his targeting very accurate with that straight left hand. So he kind of feeds the right hand to get you moving where he wants, and then bang, he drops that straight left on you that hurts so many. Hurt Conor McGregor, and he hurt the welterweight champion Leon Edwards in the same way. Oh, nice.
Well, straight right hand has been a good weapon for him. Oh, what a shot there on the inside. He's hurt now.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Well, he's landed a few big uppercuts already. I will bet you $1,000 he sets it up again here.
You're not taking my money, Jay. Hey, that uppercut is coming. And when it lands, it's going to land and land very damaging.
Just over 2 minutes, round one. Beautiful right hand there from Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone. Some friction with his former team, Jackson Wink MMA, but the results have been there since that separation, DC. No arguing with the recent form of the future Hall of Famer Donald Cerrone. That one connected. Times another takedown by Cowboy Cerrone.
Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
Got to defend. But you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Now inside the closed wall.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Final seconds here in round one. Round two is next.
Relax, recover, nice work. Just like you did in the gym, your grappling looks sick. This round, I want you to go out there and do it again. This guy.
All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
All right, round two is upon us. Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone versus Nate Diaz. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times when it came to... Oh! He's hurt bad.
Oh, nice job by Nate Diaz yet again to find a home for that left hand.
Yeah, he finds that left hand, John, and as we have spoken to time and time again, it does not look like he's throwing it hard, but he's so accurate and he's hitting so well behind that slap right hand that when he lands the left, he can hurt anybody. That is Nate Diaz when he's at his best.
Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense, but he's certainly doing a nice job on the defensive end thus far.
They talk about the feeling out process. He's getting his opponent's timing. Now he's blocking everything. Expect counter as we go forward.
And now a head kick to boot.
That's a right hand.
That punch no good. 3 minutes and change to go in round two. Oh, crippling knee to the body. So we call on the fight stats here. These are huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, my goodness.
Lands a big elbow there.
Defensive savant. He blocked that punch.
Well, he has really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive than we saw in round one, and now starting to find himself in the pocket.
Jab, snaps the head back. Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, big shots getting through. Cerrone's elbow attempt here, that one blocked by the defense. Diaz is bleeding from the mouth now, a cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Under a minute now to go, round two. Pocket presence and punches and pressure and pace, it's a lot of P's, but when you're fighting Nate Diaz, you better be prepared because he is coming and he is not stopping until the final horn. Almost in range with the straight left, but that's a miss. Well, now you see some visible damage on the side underneath the elbow. He told us he was going to invest in the body, and he hasn't missed a whole lot tonight.
You didn't expect him to do it this effectively. He's done a fantastic job of following the game plan.
All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper, and it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, land right there to set the blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Oh, nice job defensively there to get the guard up. Shot is blocked by Cerrone.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with super high fight IQ. So we heard it again.
It's there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight. He passes to half guard.
Cerrone ground and pound from half guard.
Yeah, he's trying to get to the Darce here.
That Darce is tight.
Darce choke is in tight. He's got to be very patient, though. He does not want to rush this if he wants to finish the fight.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and he showed it in that defense.
Oh, somehow he gets out. Fantastic submission D. Some damage being doled out, and now some swelling upstairs on his opponent.
He's not moving his head effectively. He's trying to be face first. Look, you don't have to prove how tough you are. You got to move your head. Be active. Don't be reactive in your defenses.
Under 2 minutes to go in round 3. Cerrone is looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Cerrone going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position. All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
Oh, great transition there as he reverses to top position. Beautiful work on the ground there by Cowboy Cerrone. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I could do that if I tried.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
Those body shots are starting to add up. Can't take too many more of those. What I'm looking for you now is wrestling. If he comes close, you need to drop.
Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Countering with the jab here, but he saw it coming a mile away. Nice job there to block it by Diaz. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds.
another punch to the head.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV. That's over the top, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Beautiful level change. Make them think you're going low and come right over the top with that beautiful overhand. Great punch.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Leg kick is there.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
Well, it seems like they're...
Oh! Another one! It almost looked like he went limp there for a second.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. Cerrone gets...
Both of them are landing massive shots.
Cerrone goes in for the takedown now, and he gets it. Nice fight IQ there after he had gotten stunned on the feet. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, he's getting close to the finish now.
This has got to be the end of the fight.
Oh, he's out.
He actually escaped. Look, I got to start writing these dudes obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me. Oh, he got to the spot.
Big shots landed by him now. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does.
Oh, right into mouth.
Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking. Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your battery. Diaz is back in full mount. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up, he was battered, he was bruised, and look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready to fight? Ready.
It is the 5th and final round. Missed with that attempt. Such a blow right there, DC. He's rocked.
That was a beautiful hook. It landed perfectly, and it hurt his opponent very bad.
All right, same bat time, same bat channel. You think he's going to look to set up that hook again here?
I mean, you can see it, John. You can see him doing it. You can see him sneaking looks to see where that hand is going to be. He's sneaking looks because he's going to find the opportune time to drop that hook over the top. He got hurt again.
Beautiful straight punch there by Diaz. Well, watch for him to set up that hook again here.
Take it for a ride. Nice double leg, nice finish. Setting up a sub attempt.
Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Diaz is back in full mount. Nice positional control here. Oh,
It's over. Wow.
make the bad man stop. A A nice stoppage win for him here tonight, and the other side just couldn't handle the incoming assault. A flurry of punches, most of them upstairs, and when those big shots land repeatedly, the referee has no choice but to step in and call the fight. Well, he's going to enjoy watching this one back. Let's take a look at the replay of the knockout just a moment ago.
It was right hand after right hand after right hand. Finally, he found the one that hit the exact sweet spot that ended his opponent's night.
All right, we set it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by TKO, Nate Diaz.
West Coast. Nate Diaz gets it done tonight, DC. Big effort from the 209.
Man, still balling. My man Nate Diaz gets the job done again. What a fighter. Stock